The Bulgarian mafia, Bulgarian, Cyrillic small letter EM, Cyrillic small letter U, Cyrillic small letter T, Cyrillic small letter ER, Cyrillic small letter I, Mutri is a series of organized crime elements originating from Bulgaria. Organized crime groups and activities. Bulgarian organized crime groups are involved in a wide range of activities, including drug trafficking, cigarette smuggling, human trafficking, prostitution, illicit antiquities trafficking, extortion, often under the cover of ostensible security and insurance companies, racketeering, various financial crimes, car theft and the arms trade. They appear to have connections with the Russian mafia, Serbian mafia, and the Italian Cosa Nostra. Bulgarian organized crime groups mainly use security and insurance companies such as SIC and VIS as fronts for criminal activities. The organized crime (OC) groups are arguably the most serious problem in the country. OC groups range from local street extortionists to international drug dealers and money launderers. There were an estimated 118 organized crime groups in Bulgaria in 2004. Not a single major OC figure has been punished by the Bulgarian law, though there are nominal ongoing series of OC-related assassinations. The criminal wealth is usually laundered into ownership of sports teams, property developments and financial institutions. Organized crime influence all state institutions, including the government, parliament and judiciary. Organized criminals donate to all the major political parties. They own municipalities and individual members of parliament, controlling municipal councils and mayors. Bulgarian governments have done little to reduce the presence of organized crime, despite domestic efforts and US and EU pressure to combat it. According to a former United States ambassador to Bulgaria, Prime Minister Boyko Borisov has linked with the mafia. According to Jurgen Roth, Borisov is the Bulgarian Al Capone. Drug trafficking organizations run by Bulgarian nationals have been investigated in Los Angeles and Tampa. These groups deal with the import of cocaine and multi-thousand doses of ecstasy into the United States. Most members of these were imprisoned in the U.S. There, Bulgarian nationals are identified for falsification of IDs, organized bank fraud, mortgage fraud, credit card fraud and alien smuggling. Living criminal figures. General Lyuben Gaitsev, retired Secret Service general, allegedly connected with SIC. He is suspected of being the eminence gris of the once ruling Bulgarian Socialist Party and its connection with the mafia. Gaitsev was a minister of foreign affairs in the 1990s. Krasimir Marinov, aka Big Margin, co-founder of SIC. Nikolai Marinov, aka Small Margin, co-founder of SIC. Venceslav Safonov, co-founder of SIC. Rumen Nikolov, aka Pazhara, co-founder of SIC. Georgy Stefanov Gerada, aka Gerada, director of VI Holding. Vladimir Ivanov, aka Zlatko Bertada, drug smuggler. Pluman Ivanov the Bulgarian, aka Grigorov, CEO of SIC, drug smuggler. Svetlio Todorov aka human traffic. He has connections with VIS mob bosses. Gabriel Carrera aka tour guiding. He has connections with VRIG. Rui Neves, A.K.A. the Portuguese Bolsonaro. He has connections with Matty Parents. Bogdan Georgiev aka Staker. Cigarette smuggler. Contract killings. Since the fall of communism in 1989, there have been more than 150 high-rank heads mafia-style contract killings in Bulgaria, frequently perpetrated in the center of the capital, Sofia, in broad daylight. There has been at most one conviction in these cases to date, though sources differ. This is frequently blamed on the alleged widespread corruption at all levels of the Bulgarian judicial system including the prosecutor's office. The cost of contract killings carried out by highly professional snipers has been estimated at approximately £5,000, £50,000. The more important, the more expensive one worth. Some of the most prominent assassination targets of recent years, in chronological order. Vasily Iliev, founder of VIS-1 and VIS-2, ambushed by an unknown killer on his way to Club Mirage on the 25th of April 1995. Andrei Lukyanov, former Bulgarian Prime Minister, 1990. Killed on the 2nd of October 1996. Ivo Karaminsky, aka The Godfather, shot by a drunk acquaintance at a birthday party in Sofia on the 20th of December 1998. Pantu Pantev, aka Polly, drug smuggler, initially affiliated with VIS, later with SIC. He was rumored to have stolen half a ton of cocaine from the Russian or Colombian mafia. Several assassination attempts, including one with a missile, all attempts for different reasons from different rivals. He was shot dead on the Caribbean island of Aruba on the 9th of March 2001. Ilya Pavlov, founder of Multigroup and the wealthiest individual in Bulgaria. There is no official evidence for criminal activities, but he was widely considered to be one of the bosses of the mafia. Former employees claimed that he was involved in a prostitution ring. He was shot dead in front of his office in Sofia on the 3rd of July 2003. A failed assassination attempt had been made in 1997. Konstantin Samakovitsa Dimitrov, drug smuggler and billionaire, connected with VIS, shot dead in Amsterdam on the 7th of December 2003. Dimitar Hristov, aka Mitko the Little One, shot dead on the 4th of June 2004 in a cafe together with his bodyguards Kaloyan Savov and Zhivko Mitev by two hitmen disguised as Eastern Orthodox priests. Milcho Bonev, aka Bajmile, one of the founders of SIC. He was believed to be an important link in the drug trafficking and distribution network in the Balkans, and was investigated by Bulgarian and Serbian special services. He had survived an earlier assassination attempt in September 2001. Bonev was shot dead in broad daylight in a garden restaurant in Sofia on the 20th of July 2004 together with 5 of his bodyguards. Georgy Iliev, brother of Vasily Iliev and head of VIS-2, shot dead in front of his club at Sunny Beach, Bulgaria on the 25th of August 2005. Emil Kulev, former elite swimmer and banker, connected with SIC, shot dead while driving down Boulevard Bulgaria in Sofia on the 26th of October 2005. Anton Miltonov, aka The Beak, drug smuggler, right-hand man of Konstantin Samakovitsa Dimitrov, shot dead in a popular cafe in the center of Sofia on the 30th of October 2005, together with his co-workers Ivan, the Ghost Todorov and Nikolai, the Eyeglasses Dobrev. An earlier attempt on his life had been made on the 28th of June 2002. Ivan Todorov, aka The Doctor, drug smuggler, shot dead on the 22nd of February 2006. He had survived a previous assassination attempt on the 18th of April 2003 in which his Mercedes was blown up while driving down a main boulevard in Sofia. Georgy Stoev, former wrestler, connected with VIS and SIC, had written 9 books about Bulgaria's mafia bosses, many of whom he claimed to know personally. Shot dead in Sofia on the 7th of April 2008. Zlatko Bertada, the Barrett, notorious Bulgarian mobster. He suffered an assassination attempt on the stairs of the Sofia courthouse in downtown Sofia on the 29th of January 2013. Despite being shot multiple times, he survived the attack. Other mafia-related assassinations: Georgy Kalapatyrov, chairman of Bulgaria's football team Lokomotiv Plovdiv, shot dead in 1995. Georgy Prodanov, chairman of Bulgaria's football team Lokomotiv Plovdiv, shot dead in 1995. Peter Petrov, chairman of Bulgaria's football team Lokomotiv Plovdiv, shot dead in 1998. Nikolai Popov, chairman of Bulgaria's football team Lokomotiv Plovdiv, shot dead in 2005. Alexander Tasev, chairman of Bulgaria's football team Lokomotiv Plovdiv, shot dead in May 2007. Yanko Yankov, mayor of Elin, shot dead in January 2007. Dimitar Yankov, chairman of the municipality council of the seaside town of Nezbar, shot dead in May 2007. Manuel Velov, Bulgarian notorious businessman mobster with close links with the BSP. Murder attempt on 6 November 2007. Borislav Georgiev, director of Atomenergo Remont, one of the major Bulgarian energy companies. Shot dead in April 2008. Peter Lupov, prominent lawyer, involved in the defense team for a group of shareholders of the former Trachea Bank against EZI Bank. Shot dead on the 25th of March 2009 in Veliko Tarnovo. Bobit Sankov, controversial investigative journalist, criminal writer, radio and TV host. Shot dead in downtown Sofia, January 2010. Australia. Nick Radev, Russian mafia enforcer. Judicial prosecution and fight against criminal networks. In 2006, the EU dispatched the head of Germany's Criminal Investigation Office Klaus Jansen to assess Bulgaria's progress in fighting organized crime. He concluded that Bulgaria had failed to implement modern principles and methods in the fight against crime, criticizing among other things the low commitment of the country's police force to combat organized crime. The report further observed that indictments, prosecutions, trials, convictions and deterrent sentences remain rare in the fight against high-level corruption and described efforts to fight crime as a total mess. Jansen also suggested that European police information passed to Sofia could end up with criminals. In a reaction to the report, Interior Minister Roman Petkov described the findings as exaggerated and protested against Jansen's way of presenting the situation in Bulgaria, which, in his words, demonstrated his incompetence. In the Bulgarian judicial system, the prosecutor general is elected by a qualified majority of 2/3 from all the members of the Supreme Judicial Council and is appointed by the President of the Republic. The Supreme Judicial Council is in charge of the self-administration and organization of the judiciary. List of prosecutor generals in Bulgaria post-1989. Ivan Geshev, in office since the 18th of December 2019. Sotir Tsesarov, Boris Velchev, Nikola Filchev, Ivan Tatarchev, Martin Konev. History. See also, History of Bulgaria since 1989. Much of the post-communist Bulgarian mafia originates from the professional sportsmen and especially the wrestlers of the communist period, 1944-1989. The Iliev brothers, Razimir, Big Margin, Marinov and Ilya Pavlov were all students of the School for Future Champions, Olympic Hopes. Bulgarian. Cyrillic capital letter O, Cyrillic small letter L, Cyrillic small letter I, Cyrillic small letter EM, Cyrillic small letter P, Cyrillic small letter I, Cyrillic small letter short 1, Cyrillic small letter S, Cyrillic small letter K, Cyrillic small letter I, Cyrillic small letter EN, Cyrillic small letter E, Cyrillic small letter T, Cyrillic small letter I, Cyrillic small letter E, Cyrillic small letter T, Cyrillic small letter I.in. Post-1990 Bulgaria. The word, Cyrillic small letter B, Cyrillic small letter O, Cyrillic small letter ER, Cyrillic small letter I, Cyrillic small letter C, wrestler, came to denote a mafia man. A common synonym is Cyrillic small letter EM, Cyrillic small letter U, Cyrillic small letter T, Cyrillic small letter ER, Cyrillic small letter A. Mutra, literally mug, or mean mug. The image of the Bulgarian mug, including a sturdy muscular build, a black suit, sunglasses, a shaved head, and golden jewelry, became synonymous with the so-called Bulgarian transition to market economy. These wrestlers were also known to own expensive cars with license plates with doubled numbers so that strangers would recognize their status as elite criminals. The wrestlers came to control much of Bulgarian business, so the word businessman acquired similar undertones. The wrestlers also infiltrated Bulgarian politics. It was often alleged that SIC and VIS were connected to the two main parties of the 1990s, the Bulgarian Socialist Party and the Union of Democratic Forces, respectively. As the UDF government, 1997-2001, made the registration of the criminal insurance businesses more difficult, Much of their networks and personnel were integrated into existing legal insurance firms, while at the same time the principal bosses moved the focus of their attention to smuggling, trade and privatization. During the government of National Movement Simeon II, 2001-2005, assassinations became especially common. Throughout the post-communist period, evidence has often surfaced to show the close ties between the criminal networks and politicians and officials. UDF Chief Prosecutor Ivan Todorchev allegedly recreated together with Ivo Karaminsky, NMSII Finance Minister Milan Velchev was photographed playing cards with Ivan, the Dr. Todorov, and BSP Interior Minister Rumen Petkov negotiated with the shadowy Galev brothers. See also multi-group Naglight vis General. Crime in Bulgaria. References. Further reading: Ilya Troyan now, August 16, 2006. Bulgaria, The Mafia's Dance to Europe. Open Democracy. Archived from the original on May 30, 2009. Retrieved July 2, 2009. Ilya Troyan now, January 19, 2006. Bulgaria's Red Mafia on Europe's Trail. Open Democracy. Archived from the original on May 30, 2009. Center for the Study of Democracy, 2003. The Drug Market in Bulgaria. Misha Glenny, The Rebirth of History. Eastern Europe in the Age of Democracy. Penguin Books, 1990. Misha Glenny, The Fall of Yugoslavia. Penguin Books, 1992. Misha Glenny, The Balkans, Nationalism, War and the Great Powers, 1804-1999. Penguin Books, 1999. Misha Glenny, McMafia, A Journey Through the Global Criminal Underworld, The Bodley Head in the UK and Alfred A. Knopf in the US, 2008. External links: WikiLeaks cables. Bulgarian Mafia, crime pages and videos. Bulgarian Mafia boss shot dead. BBC News. December 20, 1998. Bulgarian tycoon gunned down. BBC News. March 8, 2003. Bulgarian football boss shot dead. BBC News. August 26, 2005. Bulgarian sex slave gang smashed. BBC News. October 17, 2006. Jackson, Patrick, July 27, 2007. Laying bait for child smugglers. BBC News. Lungescu, Oana, June 7, 2008. Bulgaria under pressure over crime. BBC News. Reading Room. The ABC of Bulgaria's drug trade. The Sofia Echo. December 18, 2003. Tight security. Melee as Bulgarian gangster boss turns up in court. Sofia News Agency. May 16, 2007. The Head Shop UK. Sofia News Agency. January 7, 2015. Bulgaria's football elite flock to Aliyev's memorial service. Sofia News Agency. August 28, 2005. Archived from the original on October 3, 2006. The Polish magazine Prost's list of top 100 of the richest men in Eastern Europe. Bund Deutscher Kriminalbeamter, 4 May 2006. Deutscher Beamter Allein gegen Bulgarien.